Hey, scrapbook friends, it's Nicole, and I'm coming to you with a quick little embellishment that you can create if you have any scrapbook layouts that maybe involve Baby Yoda, aka Grogu, from the Mandalorian TV show. I actually don't love the name Grogu. I don't think it's as cute as just calling him Baby Yoda. So I've had trouble adapting to that. But I came up with this at my Creptoberfest this past weekend. And I thought about saving it as a theme park Thursday layout, but then I decided that I didn't want to make you wait. So I just made this up on Saturday. Today's Monday, and I'm hoping to get this filmed and posted today for you. And all you're going to need for this layout is the custom cutting system with the oval. You need the 12-inch trimmer with the straight blade and the wavy blade, which is this one. And then you need something to make the eyeballs. I used the owl punch for this one, but the owl punch is gone. Actually, I'm going to use the circle chain border maker cartridge. This one's also retired. Anything you have that will cut. These are a little bit larger than a standard hole punch circle. If you have something that's a little bit bigger, the mini punch trio might have a circle that's this size, but just something. And I use black shimmer for the eyes. I guess I'm getting ahead of myself, but you're going to need the colors of paper that I used I used the Avocado, which is our newest green, and you don't need a whole piece of any of these. Avocado green for his body, his face and his ears and stuff. I used this color called Blush. You want kind of a salmony pink if you can get it. A light pink would work too. Just use what you have. Use scraps. This is going to be a small piece you need for this one. For his body, some kind of a light brown. Not too light. We used to have a color called Clay. That was too light. A brown for his body. You need the black shimmer for the eyeballs, or black, or you can draw those with a pen, and then some beige for for just his collar and his cuffs. Okay, so let's. I actually wrote out all the sizes for you. So if you want to screenshot these. And then we'll talk about it. So the second biggest oval, I'll talk about in a minute about how I decide. And then the smallest oval. Those are the sizes we're going to cut. And then with the trimmer, we're going to be cutting the collar, the cuffs, and then the black shimmer eyeballs. All right. And I'll try to remember to put this in the description down below so that you don't have to, come back to the video if you've forgotten. So the way I like to talk about my oval custom cutting system. I know there are people that have like numbers and codes and all that stuff. I've never done that. In my head, I just have the smallest, the second smallest, the second largest, and the largest. Sometimes think 1, 2, 3, 4. You can also read on here, and they've got measurements written on there. This one's like 3 by 3 and 7/8. This is 5 by 7, 4 by 6, 3.5 by 5. But just so you know, we're going to use the 2 in the middle, the second biggest. Oh no, we're going to use, we're going to use the second biggest and the smallest, not that one. Okay, good thing I looked at my own notes to write down. So let's start with the avocado. We'll start with the second biggest oval. I do have my blades in this cute little box that was part of a promo this summer. I've had several people tell me that they couldn't figure out how to get their blades to fit in this box. I think we all kind of thought that they would fit this way, and they don't. But if you put 2 of them together here, and then the other one will just tuck in. All right, so if you earn this, that's how it works. We're only going to be using the red and the blue. The little green blade's going to take a little break for this time. So we're going to start by cutting his head, and we're going to use the second biggest, or the 4 by 6, on the inside with the red blade. I have 3 cuts to make with the red blade on this template, and we're going to cut, 1. And I'm just going to make sure before I move my cutting piece that I got it cut all the way out, because once you pick it up, it's almost impossible to match it exactly. All right, so this is going to be the ears, but you just need to cut 1 because we're going to cut it in half. And then we're going to take this same template and we're going to cut the arms out of the brown. And you can use any brown that you happen to have. You know, I didn't think it would look as good with a dark brown. But, you know, just a regular brown or even a lighter brown. All right, so the arms are also going to just cut one of this same inside red of the second biggest oval. And then before I put this template away, I'm going to take my little salmon colored, I actually think this was called blush. Did I tell you that already? I'm going to cut the ears using the blue blade, also on the inside. There's one cut that we're going to make on the outside, but it's the other pattern. All right, so there's our 4 cuts using the second biggest oval. And then we're going to do, oh, I guess I'll leave this open. Then we're going to use the smallest oval. We're going to cut his body using the outside of the smallest and the blue blade. And you always want to make sure that you've got both of the little pegs in the track. Sometimes it is possible to put these in, especially with the blue blade, so that you think you've got both of them in here, but one of them's on the outside. If you do that, it's going to just rip your paper, and you'll feel it right away. So just make sure. I actually like to put mine in, like lift it up and put my feet in, and then put it down on my paper, just to make sure that I'm in all the way. And if you saved your plastic guide that has the clear plastic to make sure where to position it, that can help you make sure you have enough space on your paper. I don't know where mine are. I don't use them anymore. I kind of know just from having done this enough, I kind of know where it's gonna go. All right, so now for the hands and feet, I'm done with the, oh, I'm not done with the blue. I'm gonna use the inside. For the hands and feet, I go back to the avocado. And I'm going to use the inside. So the hands are the inside on the blue blade. And really his hands are more like little claws, but I kind of wanted to keep just the oval look. I thought it made it cute. So there's a tiny little foot. And this is the smallest oval that you can cut with the custom cutting system, but it's a tiny little oval. It's maybe I don't even know, what is that? 3/4 of an inch by 1/2 inch. So that's tiny, tiny. And then we're going to cut the feet using the same smallest template with the red blade. All right, and so you see this did not take much paper. So definitely use this to, you know, use up your scraps. Don't feel like you need to get a whole new paper for this. All right, and I think those are all the ovals we're going to cut. Then the only other things we need to cut are the collar and the cuffs. Put my blades away. These will cut you, so they're very sharp. All right, so we're going to take our 12-inch trimmer and put in the wave blade. And this one, it doesn't matter which direction you put it in. And we're going to cut, I need to cut one little strip off the edge. And I am using a whole brand new piece, but you don't have to. You only need a tiny little section. So I'm going to cut a 1/2 inch, which on the CM trimmer is to just the edge of the grid on this side. So that's going to be the collar. And then I'm going to cut a little 1/4 of an inch. So now that I'm looking at my sample, I think I might have done a 3/4 inch first collar. Let me cut a 3/4 inch too, just in case I decide I like that one better. But I'm hoping it's the 1/2 inch that I already told you. All right, and then we're done with the wave blade, and we do need the straight blade to cut the ears. So we'll put the straight blade back in. We're going to take one of the green ovals, the large ovals, and then the salmon colored one. And it's a little harder to figure out the exact center of this guy than it is with the circle, because you can kind of move it around and it doesn't center exactly. but just try to get it as centered as you can. And it won't cut all the way through if you do it up at the top. This one's too small, it'll just slide right through. So I'm just gonna kind of position it. I've got it at the, you know, 3/4 inch here, 3/4 inch there. Just kind of try to make it as centered as I can, and then I'll take my scissors and just finish this cut. Okay, so that's all the cutting we need to do with our trimmer. And now we just start the assembly. So we'll start with his head. And when I cut with the custom cutting system, sometimes I feel like there's like a little lip, you know, like it's not as flat. I always like to put that on the back. Oh, and I have a little string. I don't know how come I always get those little strings, but that's going to be our head. We're going to put the ears right here, and then we'll put the body together. But when you do the ears, you want to stick the ears. You're not centering these. You want to kind of put it out to the side. And I tried to make this kind of top line a little bit even. All right, and then you want to do the other one on the opposite side. But just kind of the same, even. And I was looking at a picture of Grogu online when I was coming up with this, and they had it was kind of more rounded in the corners and stuff, but then I discovered that I was going to be covering that up, so it didn't really matter. All right, and then you just take a little piece of adhesive. I really like permanent adhesive for this. And what I did is I lined these up like on a grid line, and they kind of go in the middle, but then I decided I wanted one of them to just be a little bit askew. All right, so that's up to you. However you want to do the ears, you can position them the way you want. There, oh, I forgot to cut my arms. So we're going to cut the arms using the smaller brown oval, and same kind of thing. I think I'm not even going to bother trying to line it up in the valley up there. But this one I cut off just a little bit, I don't know, maybe 3/4 of an inch or so. We want to have little arms for this. So cut that oval in half and then just make it straight along the bottom. All right, so here's his body, and we're just going to put a little bit of adhesive. I guess this one I could let you use. I could let you use some reposition if you want, but I want it to just kind of be like, here's going to be his head. We're going to have the little collar. So we'll put his little arms. So they look a little bit too far down right now, but it's going to be okay. And then we're going to put the hands behind. So I just put the adhesive just on the hand, and then I just kind of tucked it. You want to leave it out a little bit because we're going to put those little cuffs on. All right, so now we're going to take, this is the 3/4 of an inch. This is the 1/2 inch. I think either one. I'm going to go with the 1/2 inch because that's what I originally told you. So I'm just going to put it across right here and just figure out, you could use your trimmer for this, but I'm just going to cut that off. And this is not going to go all the way, it doesn't align with the top. It's going to kind of come down and line this up along those top, like his little shoulders. And then we're going to put the head on top of that. Maybe even a little farther down. Okay. And then we're going to do the 1/4 inch piece to make little cuffs. This one I'm going to use Repo. and just align it with the edge of the brown. And I trimmed it off. I didn't trim it off in like around the curve. I kind of cut it on a square so that it you know, goes off a little bit. All of a sudden, I'm having some great ideas about what else I could do with this one. I think I could do Baymax from Big Hero 6, who I've actually seen at Disney. And you could do Santa. A little round Santa would be kind of cute. All right, and then we're going to do the feet. And I'm looking at my sample right here, and I kind of think maybe I put his feet too close together. I'm not loving it as much now that I look at it in the light of day. So I think I'm going to put the feet a little farther apart down here. Oh, that looks cute. Doesn't that look cute? And so we're just going to put a little bit of tape. And again, I'm going to use my grid just to be straight. Holding that since I don't have a layout to put this on right now. So there's our little feet, and we're going to do the same thing with the cuffs, just kind of put them to cover that line. And then trim. Oops. All right, and then the last thing we need are the little eyeballs. So I'm going to use that black shimmer and punch my circles. And again, you can use whatever, you know, circle punch that you have. When you use the border maker and you're just doing it for something like this, you do not have to use the whole guide. You can just use it as a punch. All right, so there's some eyeballs. There you go. The eyeballs just make it. And the eyeballs are like right in the middle. They're not up at the top. Don't put them up there. Oh, that kind of makes him look like he's looking up, doesn't it? Looking down. Oh, you can put them a little to the side. I mean, you could do lots of fun things with the eyeballs, but I'm just going to put them right about in the middle. Use some repositionable. So I'm going to clean that off, rub off that extra. And there you go. There's our sweet little Grogu, Baby Yoda embellishment that you could put on your layout. Maybe your kid went as Grogu for Halloween. Maybe you visited Disney. Maybe like me. This was from our 2020 album. This will be a spoiler when I finally do my album flip through. But you know, this guy was so popular. We got on a wait list at Shop Disney, and they told us it would be months and months to wait, and then suddenly he appeared in the mail. I don't know. I think I kind of like the one I just made a little bit better. I'm liking the feet spread apart. So I may just try and spread those feet apart a little bit more. But anyway, here's our little Grogu. And I hope that you will have fun making him just like I did. And if you do end up using him in one of your scrapbook layouts, please snap a photo of it and send it to me either through my Facebook page, Nicole Scrapbooks, or you can contact me through my NicoleScrapbooks.com for my email address. I don't put it out there because, you know, spammers, but I'd love to see how yours turn out and what kind of a layout you choose to use it on. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. I just finished recording that, but then I realized, you know what? I want to do the Baymax just to see how that's gonna turn out. So I know a lot of you stay on for the extended version, so I'm just going to do this all in white. But it's going to be all the same things that I just did. Oh, except I don't have to do ears for Baymax. So I'm just going to do the head, inside red, and then the body and the hands. And I think I'm going to do something a little bit different with the hands, actually. So there's going to be his head. There's going to be, this is my, you know, scrap extra white paper I'm just playing with. So it's got a little bit of repo tape on it. gonna do, oh, the body want the outside blue. Actually, I think I am just gonna use the ovals. I was thinking I might need to use the circles. Oh, we need another one to be his hands or his arms. So we'll do two. Two of these. So this is the same, the head and the arms with the inside red, both from white. The body is also from the white. And then I'm going to do the same with the hands and feet, which is the hands were with the red blade on the inside. Oh no, sorry, the feet are with the red blade on the inside, and the hands are with the blue blade for the little teeny tiny ones. All right, so there's the two. Baymax is going together much quicker because he doesn't wear clothes. So I just need to cut it all in white. All right, got those two. Oh, I need to punch some eyeballs, because this only punched 3 the last time and I need 2. And actually for this one, I'm going to save this little strip, because Baymax has a little strip between his eyes. Okay, so now we're going to put the same thing together. We're going to put Baymax. I know I probably should have looked at a picture of Baymax, but just doing this for my head. I'm going to leave the arms. I'm not going to cut the edges off. Then we'll put the feet. I don't know what Baymax's feet look like. They're probably a little bit bigger. I wonder if I need a little bit bigger foot, but then we'll put the hands, and I think I'm going to put the hands, I'm going to stick the hands on top rather than tucking them behind like I did with Grogu. All right, and then I'm going to put this on here, probably about 1 inch long. And I do have one of those silicone things to put my, use my repo tape on, but I'm always so lazy to get it out. All right, I'll see if I can find a picture of Baymax and insert it into the video. I'm not real good at some of that magic extra video stuff people know how to do, but I do have a picture of me with Baymax that's cute. So all right, there we go. Oh, he turned out cute. So there's our little Baymax, and here's little Grogu. I wouldn't use them on the same page because they are not to scale, but you definitely could use both of these. So there you go. Thanks for letting me come back and add a little bonus Baymax. Actually, I wonder if I should put the hands for Baymax behind. Oh, I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to move the arms for Baymax behind his round body. So, okay, we'll pretend I've just done that. Arms behind. I think that looks better with Baymax. We'll zoom in. All right, there we go. There's our Baymax and our Grogu. And I hope that you will have fun, and maybe you'll come up with somebody else that I didn't think of. So I'd love to see that one too. All right, thanks again. Happy scrapbooking.